Hey, welcome. We spend a lot of time talking about what makes a great story, right? But what about what makes a great telling of a story? It turns out how you start isn't just about the first line of the plot. Sometimes the most important part is setting the stage and, believe it or not, finding the perfect audience. And our story today starts with one simple, powerful question. Just imagine this for a second. A master storyteller, fresh off of one tale, turns to his audience and asks them this. I mean, the possibilities are endless, right? Any story in the world could be told next. The anticipation in that moment must have been incredible. But who was asking this, and who is he asking? Okay, so let's get right to it. Who is the person asking this pivotal question? His identity is actually the first key to unlocking everything that happens next. So this isn't just some random narrator. This is Sutta Ugrasrava, who usually goes by Sauti, and he's described as a master of the Puranas, which basically means he's an absolute expert on these sacred texts. He's studied them, he knows them inside and out. He's a revered authority, and he's standing before an equally revered audience. And you've got to admit, this setup is just perfect. On one side, you've got Sauti, the master storyteller, and on the other, his audience, the Rishis. These are wise sages, all gathered for this massive 12-year-long sacrifice. So you have the ultimate storyteller and the ultimate audience. What story are they going to choose? Well, the Rishis' response is probably not what you'd expect. They don't immediately ask for some epic tale of gods or mighty heroes. No, instead, they do something else entirely. They ask to wait. Just let that sink in. The greatest storyteller of the age is right there, ready to narrate anything their hearts desire, and their collective answer is, hold on a second, someone important is missing. This instantly creates this incredible sense of mystery and respect for whoever this absent person is. And that just hangs in the air, right? That's the central question now. Who could possibly be so important that this whole group of wise sages and a master storyteller would put everything on hold just for him? Who is this person they feel is so essential to the telling of the story? All right, the big reveal. The man they're all waiting for is Saunaka. He's the chief priest of this whole ceremony. And the way the other sages describe him, well, it tells you everything you need to know about why he is considered the perfect listener. I mean, just look at this list of qualities. Saunaka isn't just respected. He's like the living embodiment of the ideal audience. He's wise, he's truthful, he's disciplined, peaceful, and everybody reveres him. The other Rishis truly believe that for a sacred story to be told and received properly, it has to be heard by someone with these virtues. He isn't just a listener, he's a worthy vessel for the story itself. And let's not forget the setting here. This is all taking place during a yagya. This is a sacred fire ritual, a ceremony with immense spiritual meaning. So this isn't some casual storytelling session around a campfire. The whole context is one of deep, deep reverence. And this, right here, this is the core idea of this whole beginning. The narrative is basically screaming at us that storytelling is a two-way street. The quality of the listening is every bit as important as the quality of the telling. A profound story actually demands a profound audience for it to truly come to life. So let's focus on this pause for a second. This moment of waiting. It isn't just dead time. It's actually a vital part of the whole ritual. And notice this, Sauti, the master storyteller, he doesn't object at all. He doesn't say, well, I can just tell you guys now, what's the big deal? No, he immediately understands and he agrees. He even calls Saunaka a Mahatman, a great soul, and completely respects the Rishi's wish to wait. It shows everyone is on the same page about how sacred this moment is. And that is the real art of this beginning, isn't it? This period of waiting, it transforms the act of listening from just a passive thing into an active, sacred event. It elevates the story that's about to be told before a single word of it has even been spoken. It just builds that anticipation and focuses everyone's minds. Okay, so after this respectful pause, the final pieces start to fall into place, and the waiting comes to a very ceremonial end. And just look at how deliberate and ritualistic his return is. It's not like he just wanders back in. He first completes his duties. Then he worships the divine beings and the ancestors. And only after all that does the great Saunaka return and take his seat. Every single step is methodical, building the sense that something truly momentous is about to happen. So there it is. We finally have this perfect alignment. The master narrator, Sauti, and the perfect listener, Saunaka, are now both present in a sacred space surrounded by an audience that is just as worthy and eager. All the conditions have been met. The stage is perfectly, absolutely set for a story of epic proportions to finally be told. Which, of course, leaves us with one final lingering question. This entire introduction, this whole prelude, it wasn't about action or plot. It was all about creating the ideal conditions for receiving a story. It suggests that whatever is about to follow is no ordinary tale. So it makes you wonder, what kind of story demands such a perfect beginning?